Everybody, welcome back to the Real and Respawn podcast. I am your host, Garrett, and with me today I have my friend and fellow gamer, Steven. How you doing today, Steven?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing great, and we're going to be continuing on our most previous conversation on Resident Evil 2 because I finally beat the game.
Yes.
Took me 5 hours. I hope you're happy.
I am happy.
That's 5 hours of my life I'll never get back.
I'm proud of you, my friend.
But after beating the game, that means spoilers are open.
Mm-hmm.
It means you get to talk all you want.
Yep.
So I definitely have a lot of questions.
Go ask away.
What exactly is Mr. X? So he chases me a lot, and I got the final battle with him where he has the big mutated arm, and is heart exposed. What exactly is he?
He is considered a bioweapon made by Umbrella called a Tyrant.
A tyrant?
His name is also the Tyrant, but there's a subspecies of what he is known as the Tyrants.
So he's like the original?
Yeah, they're like experiments. I'm pretty sure they were humans that were experimented on using the G virus that weren't exactly infected directly, but more of when you would combine them both as kind of like a species. So
yeah, I saw that mentioned in the lab. There was this little report on embryos. Is that what you mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So they basically used the G virus to fertilize the embryos and said, you know what, let's see what this makes.
And it made a Tyrant, basically, yeah.
Okay. And is that why he was able to mutate at the end, even though he wasn't directly infected?
He still had the G virus in him. That's what, and I think when he got,
William Birkin destroyed him.
Yeah, I think that was when maybe the G virus was able to actually do something now that there was exposed flesh or something like that.
Maybe it acted as his immune system.
Maybe
it's his body tried to heal itself and the G virus responded. Mm-hmm. Instead of the normal human immune system and and all our stuff that kind of stops our bleeding, it mutates to survive, kind of like instant evolution.
Yeah,
that would make a lot of sense, but it also kind of wouldn't make sense. Maybe because his heart was exposed.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm thinking maybe it's not concerned about what he might do later. It's concerned about keeping him alive.
So it's actually not the G virus that's in him. It's the T virus. That's his scientific name is T103 model. So he was
this Terminator?
He's basically a he's a powerful organic weapon. Obviously, he's going to be used for the military. He was told by Umbrella to find all STARS members or anybody that was involved that is knows a lot about what's going on and tries to terminate them.
So anyone who knew about the G virus, which is why he killed Ben, tried to kill Leon, tried to kill Claire, and all that.
It says the T virus is a highly mutagenic pathogen, and the Tyrant Project was a long-term goal by the Umbrella Corporation to create advanced bioweapons by controlling its mutations in human hosts to create intelligent, powerful beings.
So that's why it's T virus. T is in Tyrant.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So then he doesn't have the G virus. He has the T virus, and I didn't get very much of the T virus. I didn't get much info on it. All I knew is that there were some people during their lab testing that had a resistance to the T virus. Mm-hmm. So because they described it as a pathogen, probably the same kind of thing like a sickness.
Mm-hmm.
So if he was created using the T virus, it might make sense as to why it responded as his immune system, because it was physically a part of him.
So it says the difference between the T virus and the G virus. The T virus, or Tyrant virus, creates zombies and tyrants through necrosis, while the more powerful G virus, or Golgotha virus, causes extreme mutations and provides biological immortality.
Biological immortality.
Through regeneration, and allows for parasitic reproduction by passing on genetic material to offspring.
So they were. Oh, that actually adds up. The lab test I saw, right?
Yeah.
They were trying to do what they did with the T virus with the G virus.
The T virus is your basic run-of-the-mill zombie virus. Turns
Yeah.
people into zombies, and then the G virus is what William Birkin had. Was with extreme mutations and stuff like that.
Yeah, with his cool full fourth form.
Yes.
The thing was awesome. And you told me, while we were talking about this before the podcast, that he had another form that I didn't get to see because you had to meet some very specific criteria.
Yes, I'm not quite sure what those criteria are, but basically in his final form, once you meet those criteria, you're able to fight him in the train, where he's basically he's just a massive blob of like bones and like growth.
It's just biomass.
Yeah, and he and basically what you have to do is he has like a giant mouth, and in his mouth there's a giant eyeball. You have to shoot that, and then once you do that, you essentially you find the secret ending, you beat the game, and he blows up.
So yeah, for anyone who doesn't know, hopefully everyone watching this does know.
Yes.
At the end of the game, you're escaping from the self-destructing umbrella nest, as they called it, the laboratory they were producing G-Virus in, and you have about, I think it was 9 minutes to get out, and at the end you get to a train that takes you to safety, which you meet up with Claire Redfield or Leon, depending on which playthrough you go through. And at the end, because what I got, there's this little sneak peek of these like weird tentacle things trying to come through the train door. My initial thought was it was Nemesis, thanks to one of the people in my chat. And that made sense because I've seen Nemesis with this weird arm, like him depicted with this weird arm.
You're gonna play Resident Evil 3, right?
Oh yeah, no, definitely. I'm 100%. I'm playing it on stream.
I can't really tell you a lot about Nemesis.
Well, then don't say much
I
about
know.
Nemesis until I beat Resident Evil 3, which will be its own podcast later on. And make sure to catch the streams that are going to happen either next week or the week after. I'm going to try and do it as soon as possible, for sure.
So, I think I already told you this, but Nemesis is not a tyrant. He's a tyrant class bioweapon.
So yeah, so
He's not what Mr. X is. Mr. X, there was a whole lot of different tyrants that were like Mr. X, but Nemesis is not one of those set like subspecies.
no, that makes sense because they look really different. Mr. X just looks like a really pale, tall dude.
Yeah.
But Nemesis looks all destroyed. He looks like his head looks like the head that came out of William Birkin's during his second awakening. So that makes me think if he's a tyrant level creation, does he have maybe both T and G virus? Because he has the strength and build of a tyrant, but he has the mutations that accompany the G virus.
Unfortunately, I cannot tell you that because it would spoil it.
So that's my running theory right now. My running theory is that's my running theory.
Hot or cold?
Yeah, I'd love to know if I'm hot or cold.
You are freezing.
Dang, I'm really far off? That makes a lot of sense to me, though.
Well, I'm gonna say you're lukewarm. Actually, now that I think about it, you're lukewarm. You're lukewarm.
The next thing I wanted to talk about is the greenhouse. That place is by far, I would much rather go through all of RPD 4 times than have to do greenhouse again.
Yeah.
The greenhouse was so annoying. The enemies were so specific because it didn't matter where you shot them. You had to pop the little bubbles that appeared on their body to do any type of stun. And if you shot anywhere else, it did nothing. I really like the normal enemies now.
I believe those guys are infected with the G virus.
So what I got from the couple files I found, the greenhouse was basically another form of experimentation. They used the G virus to make plants instead of people.
When you first walked into the greenhouse, did you see the guy that was stuck because of the plant?
Yeah, he was just hanging. He was just hanging
The
there.
thing was that plant was dead. So that the plant, when the plant gets infected with the G virus, it basically becomes like a Venus flytrap for humans.
Yeah, there were emails inside of the cold processing room that were talking about the greenhouse was being taken over and like we need help, but the person there wasn't helping.
Yeah.
So, and then I found out that you can actually destroy the plants with a specific solution, which I think was the puzzle you were telling me about.
That was the
But-
that was the puzzle.
Yeah, for anyone who need context on this, when we talked about doing this podcast before, he warned me about a puzzle that he had trouble with, and I did it in 6 minutes.
Well, okay. The reason why I didn't understand it was because the wristbands did not make a whole lot of sense to me. Because I was trying to find it, I could never find level 3. For some reason, I don't know what it was. It just took me a really long time. But then when I found it, the puzzle was easy.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna jump into break for now, and we'll see you guys after this short break.
A thank you to support from our sponsor, Think Security. In this modern age, safety for your business and for your property is becoming more and more important, and for you, it should be a top priority. So why not have a trusted source? Introducing Think Security, the newest in security technology. This amazing company creates a variety of items with the intended purpose to keep you safe. Portable alert systems, security cameras, you name it. Go without a doubt with Think Security. You can contact them at 562-926-7555 or visit them directly at 272 South 5th Avenue in the City of Industry, California. Thank you. Now back to our scheduled entertainment.
All right, everyone, welcome back after that short break. We've collected more of our thoughts, got some water, and we're back to the questions. For the greenhouse, what was your initial response to it? I hate it, 100%.
I thought it was really cool. Because it's such a cool concept of like infecting plants and then becoming like giant Venus flytraps. That's pretty cool to me. Especially when I first walked in there, I saw that dude that was like hanging on the glass, and he was like caught in between this freaking plant. Good thing the plant was dead.
Yeah.
Good thing that was like, because if I had had to fought that plant,
I was 100% expecting a boss. 100%. I was expecting some plant-based boss.
yeah.
I think I say it in my VOD. 100% I'm fighting a plant-based boss.
But then it ended up just being Tyrant.
Yeah, later on.
It just ended up being Tyrant.
He does not give up.
No, he doesn't.
One directive, that's all he follows.
Do you remember when you were going through the prison? There was a bunch of zombies, and then all of a sudden he turns the corner. You remember that?
Yeah. I made it my mission. So when I went into that prison for the first time, I made sure to get all of the zombies that were in the cells first. So I got like all 6 of them out. I come back, it didn't matter. There were like 20 of them.
And then Tyrant all of a
And
sudden
then Tyrant-
just turns the corner.
He's like, he comes from the only escape route. It's like, okay, so basically you come in and then you go down the hallway, right? And there's a short hallway. And when you turn the power on, all 20 zombies from out of nowhere just start coming down the hallway. You have one path to
And
go.
you're trying to run. You have that one pathway, and you're like, "Oh, I'm gonna escape."
One
This freaking
pathway.
Giant footsteps just coming down the
and
hallway.
it's like, so there's one pathway. There's one door that's the only way out. And Tyrant says, "Hey, what's up? You thought you were getting away?" No.
Yeah.
So I have 20 zombies on my right, Tyrant on my left. What do I do then? I just had to juke him. There's all like
Yeah.
nothing else I could do. That was terrifying for me. So like you sit there with like completely surrounded by some of the most like one of the most powerful experiments, and then everyone else like
Yeah.
what do you do?
It's you just gotta break his ankles.
That was what I had to do the first time. He punched the crap out of me. That's all he does. He's all fists. That's it.
You just gotta get the safe room, bro. That's
Safe,
literally the
yeah,
safe room.
I didn't know those were safe rooms.
Any room with
A save point in a box, right?
Yeah, is considered a safe room.
Yeah, I didn't know that at my first playthrough. Second playthrough, I took complete advantage of that. Other than that, I'm curious, like, how does the G virus interact with the plants differently? Because it creates immense amounts of mutations, but it seemed a lot easier to neutralize in the plants than it did in the actual people.
Well, think about it. They're plants, not humans.
Yeah, but like they responded in almost the same way. They immensely like mutated.
And think about it. They're still plants. They're just heavily mutated. So if you think about it, there might be some like gradual changes in their resistances, but not really much because they're still made of like the same material as they were before. They were just like some of them just got bigger. That was pretty much it. If you think about it, so like the same chemicals that they used to neutralize them before might work here now in the same sense.
I mean, you think that they could take a similar concoction of the herbicide that they used against the plants to kind of neutralize the virus in people?
No, because it affects different. Because you when you're infected in a human's affected, it's the brain. It's the infections in the brain. Well, when it's in a plant, I believe it's just in their nervous system.
It's in their entire being.
It's not connected to a certain point in the body. It's just kind of all over. So if you could neutralize a plant more easily because any spot on their body is technically a weak point because the virus is already spread out throughout their entire body. While in like a human or like a human host, it's all up here in the brain and like the central nervous system. So there's really that's why you have to shoot zombies in the head to kill them.
Yeah, that makes a lot. And it's because it's not that you have to shoot them in the head. It takes a lot less shots when you aim for the head. Because I did one where I just aimed for the chest and the stomach, and it did go down in like 6 shots. But it takes 3 shots to the head to take one down.
Well, it takes a long time to do it from the body. Like I think on normal it takes like. Sometimes I think it takes like 3 shotgun shots to the body to kill them.
Too much.
Yeah,
Too
but I
much.
think every time, like if it's 1 shot with a shotgun to the head, it's insta kill. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
If you're close enough.
if you're lucky.
Yeah.
Because it's a lot higher chance to get a critical with the shotgun than it is the pistol. Because you can still. The one thing I know is that zombies remain dead when their head pops. But with the shotgun, that happened to a lot of them, but there were a few that just didn't happen to, and they just like lost half their face.
That's when you shoot a zombie in the body, it doesn't really. Canonically, it's not supposed to do anything, but since the game, it's like you have to give them like health.
Yeah, I gotta get a little leeway.
Yeah, and it's like if you would have to destroy the brain in order for the virus to like let go of the hold on the body.
You know what I'm imagining right now?
What?
If you and me were inside just the Resident Evil, like in Raccoon City when this is all happening, we're surviving just with ourselves, and the head's the weakness and I don't. I just start shooting the body. You look at me like, great, now you pissed it off.
Yeah.
That's immediately what pops into my head, because like the head being the only weakness, if I don't know that, then I'm just gonna start everywhere.
Yeah.
Any part I can hit, but I was not very conservative with my ammo.
I know you were just shooting you wasting deagle ammo on normal zombies. What are you doing, bro? Those are for boss battles.
Listen, I panicked, okay?
It's one zombie.
I panicked.
You can't run past him?
I panicked.
Okay.
I panicked. That's all I gotta say. I panicked. Other than that, I'm very mad at Ada.
You're mad at Ada?
Yeah.
Even though she saved you at the end?
Doesn't matter.
What do you mean it doesn't matter? She saved you.
She used Leon through the entire course of their time working together just to get the G-Virus to sell to the highest bidder after finding out just how dangerous it is.
And then Leon still wanted to save her.
Right? Like, at that point, like when you have to save her through the
he's a
cutscene,
cop. Yes.
I understand it's his job. But if it were me, and you're trying to stop her from dangling over the pit in the nest, drop her! She was gonna end you for the G-Virus, so, like, kind of like eye for an eye here.
She did say, take care of yourself, Leon. So
Yes.
there was a sense that.
And
maybe-
then, also, when she gave the,
she gave you an anti-tank weapon, bro.
Yeah. She gave you the anti-tank weapon, and then she just says, that makes us even.
Bro.
Like, I'll give her that.
She gave back for what she did wrong. An anti-tank weapon, bro.
Against Tyrant.
Yeah.
I still don't forgive her.
You split him in half. There was no other top half. He was just legs. Bro.
Yeah, no, I can't.
Although I do admit he had to take 2 shots, which is pretty crazy.
No, it was 1. I did 1.
When I did it, it's because I played on hardcore.
I hit him straight in the heart. Pop.
What difficulty did you play on?
I played normal.
I
I didn't want like a
should
very
play
extreme.
hardcore.
I didn't want a very extreme experience because I just was trying to get through the game and I was trying to experience it, not go for a.
I think on
hard
hardcore,
playthrough.
with the anti-tank weapon, you have to hit him like, I think it's either 3 or 2 times with the anti-tank weapon.
3. You get 4 shots, meaning you miss 2 and it's over.
Oh no, I'm pretty sure if you miss them all, I think you'd like, is it guaranteed lose? I don't know actually. Hold on.
I don't know, his little run-up attack where he drags his big claw hand across the floor to, like, bring you in the air like a spear, that's an insta-kill. That scared me the first time it happened. I was sitting there, I was all confident, and he does this little run-up, and I'm like, come at me! And I just froze. I did not know it was an insta-kill. That got me. And then the game basically just called me bad because I died twice to Mr. X, and it said, "Would you like to turn on assisted mode?"
Dang, it just said you suck. It just
On a normal difficulty, it said, "Would you like assisted mode?" I was like, no. I did it the normal way. I've succeeded on the 3rd try because I learned from my mistakes, and I went in the first time with like 2 heals, and that's it. Like, I had 2 heals, got hit 3 times, and I was on danger health, and I didn't know what to do. So yeah, I definitely learned from my mistakes there.
So if you don't shoot Mr. X with the anti-tank weapons, you basically you just have to use the weapons that you have and then pray to God. Or finish him before the timer runs out. And then you have to blah, 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 blah. You have to survive and use the provided explosives.
Explosives?
Like there would be I think if you miss all your shots, you would there would be grenades, I think, that would spawn in, and then you just use the grenades instead.
And those slight amount of stun too with those. You definitely would have run out of handgun ammo by then, because they give you like 40 handgun ammo to go into the fight, and it took all of that ammo in order to get to the point where I got the anti-tank weapon. So yeah, you would have lost all your ammo, relied only on grenades, and just kind of sit there like a demo man, just roll out of the way. At that point, I would have just restarted.
Nope, I'm turning this off. I'm out.
I would have had to take a minute if I missed all my shots. I definitely would have had to take a minute, because there is no way.
Restart the last checkpoint.
There's no way you miss a 7-foot tall pale bioweapon with the strength of like 20 men with an anti-tank rifle when he's like half this table in like broad shoulders. There's no way you miss him. How do you miss that?
Did you?
No, I hit him first shot.
Okay.
And it was right to the heart, clean as day.
And then it was just legs.
I was contemplating. I was like, I got the anti-tank weapon. I'm like, where do I hit him? Do I hit him in the stomach, in the heart, or in the head? Just immediate face. Bam.
I'm pretty sure his arm is his weak point.
No,
The fleshy arm, I'm pretty sure.
no. The arm isn't what I got. I shot the arm. Nothing was happening.
Okay.
If you hit the heart, because his heart is
Oh
exposed.
yeah.
Because his main heart is
I knew it was
exposed.
something that was exposed. I thought it was the arm. Hold on.
The arm's on fire. If it was his weak point, I would be impressed.
That is true. That is very true.
If his arm was his weak point as it's on fire, color me impressed.
What was I gonna say? In Resident Evil 3 Nemesis, when you get a rocket launcher and you shoot him, he dodges out the way.
I've seen the clips.
Have you seen that?
It's terrifying. I did see one clip. This is the only spoiler I know from Resident Evil 3. You do get to shoot a rocket launcher. However, he's not gonna sit there and let you hit him like Mr. X did. He pulls some little like Spider-Man pose out of the way and then like bolts it to you.
Bolt is a really big is undermining how fast he is. Let's just say, imagine if Usain Bolt times 2 was running after you. Let's just say Usain Bolt, if he was like 7'3" and like 400 pounds up.
You described it as running for his life, running as if his life
like
depended on
if
it.
he didn't get to you, he would die. That's how fast he was.
That I'm not excited for.
But I will tell you. Actually, I can't tell you. Do you want to know a mechanic in the game?
No.
Because it doesn't really spoil the story or anything like
No,
that. Okay.
no, I wanna figure that out for
Okay.
myself.
Okay.
We also met William Birkin's wife, who I assume is the actual creator of the virus, unless that was William
I
Birkin.
think it's William Birkin. that
Okay,
made
so
it.
what role did she play in creating it?
She's co-founder.
So it's just a co-founder.
She worked with William Birkin, I think, to create it.
Mm. And then there was like some government. I don't think it was the U.S. government, because there were emails to her, specifically her, saying that you have worked with the U.S. government in regards to this case. Therefore, we cannot accept it. And then she had to submit whatever documents she had for investigation to, like, I guess they called it the Council of Investigation. So I don't think they were selling this to the U.S. government because they seemed really against the U.S. getting this weapon.
Yeah.
And then because of that, they lost government funding. So they couldn't continue their little escapade. But,
Escapade.
like, who released the virus? Who let it go?
I think it was just a freak accident.
Are you sure it was an accident?
I'm pretty sure. Hold on.
Because I remember you telling me that Raccoon City was cut off from the rest of the world before the virus broke out.
I'm pretty sure that did happen. It might have been they played it off as a freak accident to cover it up. But I'm not 100% sure on that.
Well, I might learn more in Resident Evil 3 whether it was an accident
Yeah.
or not, and then because maybe it was like Umbrella wanted to see what this G virus could really do, and then use that as proof to other governments saying this is what we can do with it. Is anyone willing to buy?
Yeah.
Or they could have used it in like a term of world domination kind of deal. It's like we hold this kind of power. Who wants to try and stop us? Creating bioweapons that are nigh immortal with a little vial. I think that's pretty impressive.
Yeah. That is pretty impressive. Do you remember, or have you ever seen Mr. X do the frickin' like that? Like when he cracks his neck and he starts running after you?
When? Who do you?
He doesn't. It just naturally happens.
No, I haven't seen that.
It didn't happen.
It didn't happen to me.
Dude, that's the scariest thing. No, because it'll only be when he doesn't know where you are. It only when he finally sees you, he'll stop. He'll crack his neck like that and then start pursuing you, dude.
Yeah,
haven't
that's never
seen
happened.
that?
That's never happened.
No,
Okay, the longest I looked at him in one frame was when I first met him, and he lifted the helicopter off of himself.
It is the most terrifying thing I think I've ever seen. It's because, and dude, he'll start doing
He's
the
like-
speed walk.
It's like he's sitting there getting
It's-
ready. He's
yeah.
ready for you.
I turn around, I'm gone. I'm gone. Dude.
Yeah, every time I saw him, I made it my absolute mission to run away. I did not care to look at him, what he was doing. I cared about getting away from him.
There was there's a funny clip I saw on Instagram of where like they were leading Mr. X towards the safe room, and then like once you get in the safe room, he can't go in there, so he'll like his whole body will be like half like. It'll be like
Half in, half out.
at a 90-degree angle, like looking into the room, but like he can't go in it. So then he just kind of sort of phases out of the room.
Just sitting there like, what
Yeah.
you doing in there?
No, because like he'll still be like in his animation of walking, but he'll just be like, and then he'll slowly phase out of the door. It's it's funny.
That has like, and to this day, there will not be a single day that goes by that I will not be afraid of the liquor enemy. Those things terrified me, and I only saw it during like the first 2 streams.
No, okay, so liquors are only in the upstairs area when
Yeah.
you first meet them, and then the dog kennels
Yeah,
where the dog kennels are. Also, I think they're also in the lab.
there
They make it-
were 2.
there was two in the lab.
two in the lab.
Yeah.
I hate them. I was surrounded. I had 2 lickers in front of me and like 7 zombies behind me.
You know, I'm pretty sure they actually do more damage. Their swipes do more damage than Tyrant's fists.
No way.
I'm pretty sure.
No,
I'm
there's
pretty
no
sure.
way.
I'm pretty sure.
Hold on. We got
I'm
a
pretty
good
sure-
old friend
I'm
Google
pretty-
here.
Pretty sure they do more damage.
So does the lickers swipe do more
I'm pretty
damage
sure it does.
than Mr. X in Resident Evil 2? No, they don't. Mr. X does more damage.
Okay. Because I could have sworn.
Its swipe is its least damaging attack,
Dang.
but it has the widest hit angle.
Mm-hmm.
So it's more likely to hit you than Mr. X will, but Mr. X does more damage.
That's what makes it more scary, in my opinion. Because think about it, you can't really run away once it knows you.
Nah, I activated a sixth sense with that. Both of them
Yeah.
swiped at me. I perfectly weaved left, right. One went the other way. One went to my right. One went to my left. I just turned around and shotgunned both of them.
Okay.
All right. Well, we are running out of time.
Mm-hmm.
I would love to talk about this more though.
Yes.
So we're gonna see what Resident Evil
Yes.
3 brings for us.
Yes.
But if you enjoyed, please make sure to like and subscribe to all of our socials. Make sure you catch us on our respective streams, Dungeon 2 Breaker and I am Elden Lord.
It's lowercase. Everything's lowercase. I_am_Elden Lord.
Yeah, and then mine is just capital D Dungeon 2 Breaker. And we want to thank our sponsor, Think Security, for providing a lot of our equipment. Thank you. This is Real and Respawn signing off.